Okay, real quick. There's a big difference between doing conditioning and doing speed training. So this holds true for all sports. I'm gonna make this more specific to football because this time of year we get a lot of football players in here. We get a lot of parents inquiring about speed training because in football, in the skill positions especially, speed is king. Speed is the difference maker, the differentiator. But most people go about most coaches, most parents, most athletes go about training for speed all wrong. So the typical football coach or football training is going to be. I've done this. I've gone through this before in the series Bernardo's training versus high school weight rooms. So I'm not going to get too much into it, but with the strength part of it. But the typical program is going to be some weight room strength stuff, usually antiquated stuff not focused on building the kids' weaknesses, just something that the coach did when he played football. And then what they're going to do is they're going to go out and they're going to do speed training or sprint work, and it's going to usually be longer, too long, too slow to get the athletes faster. So, in order to get faster, you need to train your nervous system to run at maximum speed. So, essentially, all the plays that you run, um, all the gassers that you're running, they're not getting you faster, they're getting you more conditioned to be able to not get tired through the game. So, which is important. Don't get me wrong. Conditioning for football is important. You have to be conditioned. Don't take it the wrong way. But conditioning is very easy to build, and speed in an athlete, improving speed is not easy. It takes some planning, some knowledge, some coaching. It's not an easy thing. So, um, when you go out and run gassers, you're running too slow to actually get faster. When you run 10 plays in a row with 20 seconds rest, you're actually running too slow to get faster. There's no possible way a receiver could run an 80-yard route, come back, jog back, get on the line, run that route again, and run full speed. It's not happening. They might be running hard, but they're fatigued, and it's not going to be speed training. So they're not training their central nervous system to get faster. Speed training needs to be coached. It needs to be thought out a little bit. You need to work on the stance, the setup. You need to work on the first step, the second step, acceleration phase, top end speed. All these things need to be thought out, planned out, and coached up. So typically, what I'm going to say is most high school football players and middle school football players are not even touching the speed training realm. All they're doing is conditioning. If a coach has you run a lap around the field, that's not speed training. If a coach has you run across the field and back, it's called a gasser. That's not speed training. Unless you're running full all out speed with some coaching involved, walking back, taking at least a minute recovery for every 10 yards or 15 yards that you run, and then repeating them, that's speed training. Usually you're going to do some type of drill when you do speed training that's going to put you in the correct positions. Okay, just going out and blindly running is not technically speed training. It's not really what the kids need. So that's it. That's all I had to say. I wanted to just touch bases because a lot of guys think that they go out and they do some conditioning and they're getting faster, and they're not.